This week on Big Water Adventures.
Mark likes to crank, and he likes to crank more than I think anybody else I've ever seen.
I said, I'd really like to catch yellow edge. I'd really like to catch golden tiles. I'd really like to catch our limits of American red snappers because they're in right now. I'd love to catch some scamps and some gags. And he hit all of them in 2 days. Make sure the fish is healthy for a clean release.
He got it. It chugged and went under, and he ate it.
Wow.
It's a monster. And she's got a sat tag.
Still coming.
Hey! Oh, that's worth the price of admission right there. Man!
We shot 2 shows in Venice, Louisiana, and I'm not going to tie them together in any way other than to set it up and explain what happened and why it happened.
So, after we knocked the tuna show out in one day, Mark gives me a little bit of trouble every once in a while about doing different stuff.
We shot the first show, which is already aired by the time you see this one, and it was a yellowfin tuna beatdown. It was nothing but yellowfin tuna. It was doubles, triples, probably catching somewhere, conservatively, guessing 1,000 pounds of tuna, maybe a little bit more. So more than a big water adventure in the yellowfin tuna front.
Say he had mentioned he hadn't caught a good tile fish in a while, and he had never, ever caught a yellow edge grouper. I couldn't believe that. Guys fished all over the world, been there, done that, and never caught a yellow edge. So I told him, I said, look, if you want to go do a deep drop show, I guarantee you we can make it happen. And he kind of looked at me funny. I said, look, the conditions are right. We can do this.
We got the first show done in a half a day, so we're on the way back in talking about this, and he said, man, it's going to do nothing but slick out. He said, it's going to get even better. He said, so I'll get the electric reels, and he said, and we'll go do, I said, wait a minute, what? He said, no, we'll go get the electric reels, and we'll go do that deep dropping stuff. And I said, yeah, I understand that's how you do the deep dropping, but there's not going to be any electric reels.
Most people don't hand crank. Most people do the electric reels. Mark likes to crank. And he likes to crank more than I think anybody else I've ever seen.
He said, man, we're dropping down like 3 pounds of lead to get down to the bottom. And I said, uh-huh. And we're going to crank them right back up just the way we drop them down without an electric reel. Still want to do it?
You got him?
Baits at the bottom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Now for the 1,000 feet of misery. And that would be a double.
Let's hope.
Oh, let's hope it's a double-double. Come on, golden towels, baby. So Mark started his intro as he was hooked up, but
I'm still doing my intro.
All right, this is obviously a deep water fish, you can see. We're fishing right now at 1,000 feet. It's 993 feet. Absolutely phenomenal eating. Right now we have, to be honest with you, almost perfect conditions. It's very little current, obviously, no rain, beautiful. So we're just doing a hand crank. Keeping them down, table fare, phenomenal.
I got deep color.
All right.
Triple.
1 golden towel, 2 golden towels, and a cusk eel.
And this is the first drop, legitimate.
Yeah.
Intro open to the show. Mexican Gulf Fishing Company doesn't just do the bomber yellowfins, the marlin tunas, dolphin, wahoos, all that stuff. They got these. You need to just ask about them. So we're going to go bail them for a little while. This is one you need to come and do, whether you do the electromates or you do the manual like we're doing. We're going to do it all day long until we got a big water adventure.
Gotcha. There you go. Attaboy. Had a pretty solid bend in that rod there, boss.
Roger that. So it's either one good one or 2 smaller ones. I'll take it. And you can see I got no line on my spool. I've got a Pin Slammer 8500 spooled up with 65-pound Seagar thread lock. 60-pound Seagar thread lock. And it's got 520 yards. Right at, going back down, right at 5 and some change. And I'm winding all of it, every bit of it on now, every drop. Now I don't want to call my shot, but he mentioned one of the species that I was talking about, which is a yellow edge grouper. I've been trying to get on camera, well, really since I started Big Water Adventures. and I've never caught one. That's one species that's on my bucket list. Kevin, is that possible?
Yes, sir.
Fairly certain you know where a couple of golden tiles live, that's for sure.
You got a whole flock of them.
I got two.
Good head shake right there. Oh, boy. Here we go. Go-go gadget follies.
If you're gonna reel one in the rod holder, I'm gonna snuggle.
Oh, God. Get me a belt, please. I need a belt. That's a good fish.
Golden tilefish are odd and beautiful creatures found at great depths in the Gulf of Mexico.
How cool is that?
They average 38 to 45 inches in length and can weigh as much as 40 pounds. Typically caught in 500 to 1,000 feet of water, a tilefish will put up a strong fight for the first 100 feet or so, then settle down as they ascend through pressure changes in the water column.
They got a little bit of teeth. They will get you, they will hurt you, lacerate you, whatever you want to call it. They're extremely heavy, dense meat. You think swordfish, you think of a real dense meat. Same deal, these things coming out of 1,000 feet of water. This is, in my mind, one of the prettiest fish in that 1,000 feet is a golden tile. Most fish, almost all fish, their gills are split and they go right up through here. They actually back into the holes in the mud bank and the clay, and you see their gill structure. It's almost pretty much like a helmet, the way it goes up on their head. Parker just says, "Ça c'est bon." And that is?
Ça c'est bon means good food, and you can't go wrong with a tilefish.
You know, people call them a swimming stick of butter.
Personally, I think they eat just like a lobster. Put them in a pan, get a little drawn butter, a little bit of lemon, some garlic, and I eat them just like a lobster. They're more like a lobster to me than a fish. We taken all these years. Just now we're doing this.
I can't give you everything all at once. I
good
just
point.
look, got to give you the feed. Oh, there you go. Probably another 500 feet left to go.
Nothing wrong with that, my brother. I'm in what I like to call now the mid-range. The mid-range of the water column, somewhere between probably 7 and 5-ish.
There we go, caller. Look at that beautiful, tasty, good-looking. That's, in my opinion, one of the prettiest fish they have in the water, period. I mean, the colors on it, the odd shape of it, big old crazy knothead on these things. Did I mention they're a little tasty? Maybe not too bad. Let me go introduce them. What'd you say? Cousin Cast Iron and an Aunt Butter?
That's it. Cousin Cast Iron and Aunt Butter. I'm a double man.
That might actually be the two prettiest, I think, tiles I've ever seen.
Where have you seen these before? Don't worry, we're gonna do some other stuff. 1,000 feet of water, there's not a whole lot of artificials you can drop down, and you know I like yoking them up on artificials. When we actually got inshore in 300 feet of water, I was dropping the Halco, Max 130 and Max 190. But for the most part, those are trolling baits. They're not really meant to catch ground fish. Funny thing I found out about them is they're really good at catching ground fish.
There you go.
Oh, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful red slice of sandwich, you. It's a big old ARS.
Dog it, man.
I get him.
Look at you.
How about that? Smoked it. That's because he's coming out of 300 feet of water. You can tell by the scales, that's a Halco Max 130. And one of the things I've learned about these ARSs is if you put singles on this dude, and the big ARSs are down there, the big ARSs eat this thing. So if you do come down here with Kevin doing the tiles and we're getting ready to go do the groupers tomorrow, you don't necessarily get these, but when Kevin's running by a rig and says, "Hey man, you realize ARSs are in, don't you?" "No, I didn't know that." "You want to stop and get your limit real quick?" Real quick? Absolutely. One drop, one red. That's a grouper. I think that's a scamp. Did I call my shot?
You got it? Look at that. How we doing? By the way, the first scamp is always property of the boat.
Yeah, property of the boat. Old ragtail, scamp grouper, also known as Captain Beach Sandwich.
Yes, sir. I'm just a lowly old charter fisherman. I like, you know, some meat on the hook, especially bottom fishing. And Mark breaks out these little jigs, and lo and behold, drops down, boom, red snapper, boom, there's a scamp.
This Halco Max, I mean, it's actually supposed to be a tuna bait, and I mean, it is. It's a offshore bait that comes with trebles, but I like putting the singles on it. To me, it weeds out a lot of these smaller snappers. And the ones you do catch on them are usually the good ones.
Oh, there you go.
This was a new bait, and I've only dropped on two snappers and a scamp, and it's already scarred up. There's my limit. American red goodness, right there. Hello, Mr. Grouper. Come see me, Mr. Scamp Man. Scampage for everyone. Barely hooked, but he's hooked good enough. You got greedy, Mr. Scamp. You will not see me. I get asked questions all the time, and one of them I hear all the time is, what's your favorite thing to do? You're looking at it right there. I want to send that Max 130 down looking for scamp groupers every chance I get. I love digging. I love bottom fishing. Now, whose is this one, Cap? That little sandwich fish is yours.
It's claimed it's spoken.
You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. The way these boys treat me like family when I come down here. Parker, you're more than welcome to this camp, my brother.
That's right. I just grabbed this rod, commandeered it from Mark with the Halco.
He's got you in the rig.
Yep.
Keep him coming. You got him, baby. You got him, baby. Oh, that's the man, brother.
Oh, no.
Turn him. Hold him. You got the tackle. Hold him. Hold him.
Took a little poor me crying, huh?
You wanted to crack and you just summoned him, brother. You might have to gag. That's a gag, dude. Look at him standing up.
Yep.
You got the mag gag. One of the fish that has always been an enigma to me is a gag grouper. I know when they bite, I know what they feel like, and no single species, and this is the absolute truth, has wrecked me or even come close to wrecking me as much as a gag grouper. Can I call my fish?
That's impressive.
There, he's hooked.
Boom, shakalaka!
Parker liked that one. Hey, what did I say for in a minute? Hey, look here.
Yep, they got me.
What do we both love a whole lot? What's this company?
Oh, Mr. Seagar.
Do we both love Seagar Fluoro?
Tell you what.
He had him over the rig, in the rig. That is 100-pound Seagar Blue Label right there. Have a seat. Talk about Mr. Gagman. We knocked out gags, scamps, and American red snappers, and that portion of the show was the first day after we'd done the golden tiles, and I'm absolutely certain, positively certain, we were not there an hour. We were there less than an hour to get all of our American reds, get those groupers that you saw, and, you know, quite frankly, get stretched for the last portion of the day to where we were very glad to take the boat ride back in.
This here is a gag. Kudos to old Mark, he called it. As soon as I hooked it, fish got me in. Was able to turn them, just grabbing the spool, 100-pound Seagar, held like a champ, even though, I mean, I'm sure y'all can see that, how frayed up it is. But, yeah, delicious eating. I think...
I'm screaming at him.
Yeah.
Hold him, you got the tackle, you got the tackle,
Yeah.
hold him.
But great fish, great table fare. Thank God the season's open, because this, I would really be crying right
Hey, you didn't
now.
answer my question. Can I have my scan back?
Cobia Villas in Venice, Louisiana offers luxury accommodations just minutes from the dock.
We started staying there because it had, number one, a perfect location.
Cobia Villas are about 11 minutes from the dock. They're inside the levee protection system. They're 3-bedroom, 2-bath, big open floor plan, plenty of room to sit down and do some trash talking before your day of fishing or trash talking after your day of fishing.
Big giant family room, big dining room, kitchen.
You know, to cook your catch, you go burn some hamburgers, do whatever you got to do.
Point is this, 5 stars anywhere you go. Venice, probably 8 stars.
You know, you can lock your boat up behind the gate if you're going to leave it here or if you're going to be here for a little while.
It's as good as you're going to get in Venice, Louisiana. It's where you need to stay when you come down with Mexican Gulf Fishing Company.
Got that one.
I got the wrong species affliction, Cap.
Oh boy.
When you're releasing these AJs, don't be gentle with them. Get them going the right way. Get him started, see him be pushed down. He got down if you do it that way. What you got, Cap?
There we go. Another good American red. They're in season, so we're going to take advantage of them. But if they're already moving it on us like this, probably ain't going to get a shot at a grouper, so we're going to go ahead and go start a little bit deeper.
You want to go deeper?
If you're interested in doing what Mark did on this trip, I mean, it's best to do it 2 days. We have days we can do it all in the same day. But what happens is when you're tuna fishing, I mean, if you have to run, you know, far offshore, you're killing a lot of your time running. You're going to have less time to bottom fish. Get him! There's the leader.
Red.
And it's a little red.
Look at the scars on that bait, dude.
Yeah, that thing has been whacked and whacked.
That was new when I sent it down there.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Hey, can we go try to catch a yellow edge?
Do whatever you want. I'm your Huckleberry.
Do you know a place around here where we can catch a yellow edge?
I might have a decent idea.
You've been saving it for the end this whole time.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Hey, feed pellets. Feed pellets. Can't give it all to
That's
you.
right. You don't dump the feeder out on the ground. You do it a little bit at a time.
Exactly. What a horrible problem, having to run away from tilefish and American red snapper and amberjack, trying to get a good grouper. I only have about 500 more feet.
Uncle Rodney's back.
Rodney, how you doing, boy? Hey, why don't you come on over? Gonna go fishing? All right, I should be getting close now. It's just a big old, another damn tile.
What is it?
No, there's your yellow edge.
You did the yellow edge on the first drop.
Boom, shakalaka. Well, I promised Mark Davis we could find him a yellow edge, because
You promised you could find me a yellow edge.
well, it's us. It's us.
Yellow
We're
edge.
a team.
I understand what you mean now. I get what you meant by that. First, he promised me that you'll catch a yellow edge grouper. Then when he caught a yellow edge grouper, I reminded him I didn't catch a yellow edge grouper. And he, of course, said, we're halfway there. You now have a yellow edge grouper on Big Water Adventures.
Fishing the bottom in 800 feet of water. You know, pretty obvious why they're called yellow edge. You can see on the top of the dorsal and his pec fins. Good meat, white meat, delicious, tasty, thankful, and the first one ever.
And the first one
on
ever.
Big Water Adventures.
On Big Water Adventures.
We're just gonna set all kinds of records, huh?
I said, I'd really like to catch yellow edge. I'd really like to catch golden tiles. I'd really like to catch our limits of American red snappers because they're in right now. I'd love to catch some scamps and some gags. And he hit all of them in 2 days. That's the right one.
Oh yeah, look at him digging.
He's a good one. Make him a yellow edge, Cap. Turn him into a yellow edge for me.
You got it.
He's a grouper, it's just a matter of what flavor. Got deep color.
I tell you no lies. You
There's my
wanted a
yellow
big
edge, baby.
yellow edge?
That's a big yellow edge. That is a big yellow edge. You reckon we can close on this guy?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and just start off by saying you were 100 billion% right. As always.
Beginner's luck.
You got me my first yellow edge, my biggest yellow edge, and the end of this Big Water Adventures. Anyway, hey, you got a little thing on your lip from the sunblock?
Yes, sir.
Right, and he's gonna tell you right now, you apply what liberally and often?
Sunscreen and lip balm.
Go see your dermatologist at least once a year and go to skincancer.org if you have any questions. First off, I want to thank the entire fleet of Mexican Gulf Fishing Company because they're always on the radio, they're always talking, and they're always keeping you on fish like this. Parker, much love, my brother.
Yeah.
You got too many things going on with you.
Get out of here!
From Venice, Louisiana, we'll see you next week.